Good afternoon. Before we are going to proceed to lesson 2 of module 1, which is about solving word problems involving linear inequalities in two variables, let us try to recall our lesson last Monday. So here, meron tayong short na activity na sasagutan. You're going to apply substitution and tell whether the given ordered pair, yan, ordered pair, so naka-x and y yan, is a solution to a linear inequality. Okay, so how are we going to know if a given ordered pair is a solution to a linear inequality? Ang gagawin nyo lang dito is, i-substitute nyo lang yung ordered pair sa linear inequality. Kapag true statement ang kinalalabasan, it simply means that the ordered pair is a solution. Pero kapag false statement ang kinalalabasan, then it is not a solution. Okay, so let's start. Ito number 1. We have the inequality 2x minus y is greater than 10. We have an ordered pair here, 7 and 2. The question is if it is a solution to the given linear inequality. So, lagay lang natin, ang x natin dyan ay 7, ang y ay 2. Substitute lang natin siya. So, 2 times 7, because that's 2x, minus yung y mo ay 2, greater than 10 daw. So, kung kinalalabasan nito ay true statement, then we would say yes, the ordered pair 7 and 2 is a solution. Pero kung ang kinalalabasan nito ay false statement, then we would say no. Okay, so let's perform the operations here. 2 times 7 is 14. 14 minus 2. Copyhin lang si minus 2 and then copy lang then is greater than 10. 14 minus 2 is 12. 12 is greater than 10. Is this a true statement? True ba yan? That 12 is greater than 10. Mas malaki daw si 12 kay 10. Tama, di ba? So this is true. That means that itong ordered pair na to is a solution. So we would say yes to this. Okay? Let's go to the next item. X plus 3y is less than or equal to 8. So, ganun pa din. Substitute lang natin tong ordered pair na binigay, si 4 and negative 1. Okay, to know if it is a solution or not. Substitute natin siya. So, we have 4, yan yung x mo, plus, copy 3, ang y mo, that's negative 1. Less than or equal to 8. It's less than or equal to 8. Let's see if it's true. So, 4 plus 3 times negative 1, that's negative 3, is less than or equal to 8. You can write this actually as 4 minus 3. Okay, so 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 daw is less than or equal to 8. Is this a true statement? Okay, pag sinasabing less than or equal, pwedeng less than 8. Okay, pwede siyang less than 8 or equal to 8. So, either of this, kung sino dyan yung totoo, eh pwede. But we know that 1 is less than 8, therefore we would say that this is a true statement. Since it is a true statement, we would say that the ordered pair 4 and negative 1 is a solution. So we would say yes. Okay? And then last, we have here the inequality y is less than 4x minus 5. Is the ordered pair 3 and 8 a solution? So, this is our x, 3. Ang y natin ay 8. Substitute natin ngayon. So, y, so that would be 8, is less than 4x. So, 4 times 3 minus 5. 8 is less than 12 minus 5. 8 is less than, 12 minus 5 is 7. 8 is less than 7. Is this true or false? Mas mababa daw si 8 kaysa kay 7. So, this is a false statement. So, here we have an example na yung given ordered pair is not a solution. So, kung ang tanong, is it a solution? Then you would say, no, it is not. Because ang kinalalabasan, nung sinubstitute natin siya, ang kinalalabasan is a false statement. Okay? So, let's now proceed to lesson 2 about word problems word problems or solving word problems involving linear inequalities in two variables. This is in your module, nasa module nyo to. So, maraming examples sa module nyo. Ang sinama ko lang dito ay konti lang. Parang 3 examples lang siya, 2 dun sa translating and 1 dun sa solving na mismo. Okay, so we have a question here. Is it always possible to translate a statement problem in the form of an equation? Okay, possible ba daw na yung given na word problem, pwede natin siyang i-translate into an equation or into an inequality? Kasi inequality tayo ngayon. For example, we have the height of all boys in your class is less than 180 cm or 180 centimeters. Pwede ba natin tong phrase na to or statement na to i-translate into an inequality? Okay, pwede ba natin siyang i-translate? Okay, the answer for that is yes. So, kailangan yung gawin dyan first is you have to assign a variable and then you have to define it. So, dito pinag-usapan yung height, diba? So, pwede mong sabihin dyan na let h be the height of all the boys in your class. At sinabi dyan, the height of all the boys in your class is less than 180 cm. So, if you're going to translate that, yung height na h, we have less than, ang symbol ng less than, ayan. And then, sulat lang 180. So, ayun, na-translate natin siya. Similarly, magawa din natin yan sa second na statement. Your classroom can occupy at most 60 chairs. So, pwede nating i-let C be your classroom. So, C can occupy at most. Okay, ang Tagalog ng at most class, pinakamarami. So, yung classroom daw, magkakasya daw, ang pinakamarami, 60 chairs lang. So, ibig sabihin, 60 chairs na yung pinakasagad. Kung ang chairs ay 61, hindi na kasya yung sobra na 1. 60 lang ang kasya. So, ibig sabihin, pag at most, pwedeng 60, pwedeng mababa sa 60, pero hindi pwedeng sumobra sa 60. Kasi 'di ba, pag sasabihin mong kasya ang 60 chairs sa classroom namin, kasya din syempre yung 40, right? Kasya din yung 10, kasya din yung iisang chair lang. Pero hindi na kasya kung 61 yung chairs. Okay? Sobra na ng isa. So, ibig sabihin, ang ating linear inequality for this, for at most, is less than or equal. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng mababa sa 60 or equal sa 60 ang chairs na ipapasok sa classroom mo. So, we can write C is less than or equal to 60. Okay? Minsan kasi nako-confuse tayo dyan sa at most. Isipin mong greater than because of the word most. Okay? So, i-translate natin sa Tagalog, pag sinasabing at most, pinakamarami na yung 60. Okay? Pinakamataas na yon, pinakamadami. So, ibig sabihin, hindi na pwedeng sumobra dyan. Example, ang kasya sa kotse mo ay at most 6 persons. So, 6 lang talaga yung kasya. Yung pang-7, sa gulong na. Joke lang. Okay, so, yung pang-7, hindi na kasya, dapat sa ibang sasakyan na siya. Sagad na yung 6 persons. So, ang gagamitin natin dyan, pag at most, tandaan less than or equal. Okay, anyway, may table naman dyan sa module nyo na nililista yung mga words na ginagamit natin for the different inequalities para kung nako-confuse kayo, pwede yung tingnan yung table. Okay, we have here translating mathematical phrases to verbal phrases. So, ito yung mga basic natin. Pag nakita nyo to, automatic ang basa niyan, x is greater than y. Ayan o, greater than. Ito, x is greater than or equal to y. X is less than y. X is less than or equal to y. Okay, ganyan lang siya. So, let us now have some common words that express inequalities. Ito yung sinabi ko sa inyo. Ang table na to ay nasa module nyo. So, these statements or the words here, they use the greater than symbol. Greater than. Pag nakita nyo yung more than, so greater than yan. Above, nakita nyo yung term na yon sa word problem, ibig sabihin, you're going to use this symbol, greater than symbol, exceeding, and of course, yung greater than mismo. And for greater than or equal, we have here at least, ayan, minimum, no fewer than, no less than. Take note ha, greater than or equal yan. Ma'am, bakit nandyan yung least, minimum, fewer, less? Parang ano, di ba? Parang for less than. Pero hindi class. Pag itagalog nyo kasi yan, at least, di ba? Kahit hindi natin itagalog eh. Kung may mga hiring sa tindahan, nakalagay mismo dun sa mga papel na nakapost, sa mga posters, nakalagay doon na at least 18 years old. Ibig sabihin, 18 pataas ang pwedeng mag-apply. Okay, minimum. For example, ang minimum ng pwedeng tanggapin sa K1, example lang, ay 4 years old. Minimum ng 4 years old. Or pwede natin gamitin sa iba yung minimum. Like yung minimum wage. Minimum na sahod. Kung ang minimum na sahod ay 580, example lang, ibig sabihin, pinakamababa tong 580, tapos pwede pang tumaas yan. Hindi pwedeng bumaba sa 580. Kung bababa sa 580, ibig sabihin, hindi na sumunod dun sa minimum wage na binigay na law. Okay, no fewer than, so hindi ko konti sa. Hindi ko konti sa. Example, yung mga nag-a-attend ng concert ni Taylor Swift ay no fewer than 20,000. Ibig sabihin 20,000 pataas ang bumili ng tickets. Sample lang. No less than, katulad din siya sa no fewer than. Hindi bababa sa. Okay, so pag sinasabing ang baon ko ay hindi bababa sa 50, ibig sabihin 50 pataas ang baon mo. So, greater than or equal yon. Okay? So, we also have statements that use the less than symbol. Fewer than, less than, below. Take note yung fewer than or less than, pag nilagyan mo na siya ng no, para na siya sa greater than or equal. Yan, no? And then we have less than or equal. At most, does not exceed, not above, no more than. So, at most, ito yung pinakasagad na. Okay, does not exceed, hindi sosobra sa. Okay? Pwede mong sabihin tawag dyan, yung bill ng kuryente sa bahay does not exceed 2,000 pesos. Ibig sabihin, pinakamataas na yung 2,000 pesos na bill namin, so pwede pa siyang bumaba. Minsan 1K lang, minsan 900, minsan 1,500, pinakasagad na yung 2,000. Okay? Example lang yan. So, not above, ganun din yung not above, hindi susobra sa. So, ang mga example, ang age ng mga batang, ang hirap magbigay ng example, not above 5 years old. Pag sinasabing not above 5 years old, so 5 years old below. Yung mga palaruan minsan sa mga SM, 'di ba? May mga trampoline, may mga ano sila doon, mga age restriction. Syempre, pag sobrang tanda mo na, hindi ka na pwedeng pumasok doon. So, minsan sinasabi nila, not above 8 years old. So, 8 pababa ang pwedeng maglaro. Okay? Meron din minsan yung parang sasakyan na nakalagay kung ilang kilos lang ang pwede. So, nakalagay not above 40 kilograms. Pangbata ng mga rides to. So, pag sobra ka na sa 40, hindi ka na pwedeng sumakay. Okay? Baka hindi na umandar o baka masira. Okay, no more than, ganun din siya, katulad din siya sa not above. So, pag sinasabing no more than, hindi susobra sa. Okay, so hindi susobra sa 50. So, ibig sabihin, 50 na ang pinakamataas, pwedeng bumaba pa. So, 50 below. Sample lang yan, class. Okay? Let us now try to translate. Okay, let's consider the following statements. The sum of 20 peso bills and 50 peso bills F is greater than 420 pesos. So, sum. Pag sum, that's addition. Right? So, 20 peso bills, nakalagay dyan, may 20 peso bills ka, tigbe 20. Etong T, this would be the number of 20 peso bills. Okay, yung bilang ng 20 peso bills. Hindi naman sinabi kung ilang 20 peso bills ang meron ka. So, meron ka ring 50 peso bills. So, etong F, eto din yung number of 50 peso bills. So nakalagay dyan, pag in-add daw, yung lahat ng 20 peso bills mo at lahat ng 50 peso bills mo, greater than 420 daw yan. So we have greater than 420 and pwede mo ilagay si 20 peso bills, ilang peraso? T peraso plus 50F. Ayan, so again, it's 20T plus 50F is greater than 420 pesos. So, pwede nyo tanggalin mo na yung peso sign pag nag-translate kayo. Sa final answer na, ilalagay yung peso sign kung kailangan. Now, eto ay hindi pa problem. Hindi pa to word problem. Wala naman tinanong kung anong hahanapin, di ba? Nagpa-practice pa lang tayo on how to translate. Okay? Translate verbal phrases to mathematical statements. So we have here, number 2, the difference between the weight of John, J. So difference siya ngayon, kanina sum, so ito minus. So pag pinag-minus daw ang weight ni John na J sa weight ni Eugene na E, so the difference between the weight of John, yan, naka-variable J tayo, and Eugene, naka-E si Eugene, is at least, naalala nyo ba kung anong inequality yung sa at least? Is at least 22. So kung hindi naalala, pwede yung balikan dun sa table natin. Ayun, at least is for greater than or equal. So yun ang ilalagay natin. J minus E is greater than or equal to 22. Okay? So now let's proceed to the steps in solving problems involving linear inequalities in two variables. First, you have to read the problem carefully. In reading carefully, class, kailangan maintindihan nyo talaga yung problem. Okay? Saka mag-define kayo ng variables, write nyo yung inequality. Important to na portion ang pag-write ng inequality kasi pag mali yung pagkasulat nyo, mali-mali na agad dito sa solution. Okay, mali na yung pagka-solve nyo. So, write the inequality. Ito yung pagsulat ng inequality natin. Itong ginawa natin sa number 1 and number 2. So, yun yung step 3. And then number 4, solve the inequality. Number 5, answer the question. So, I'm going to give you just one example para hindi masyadong mahaba tong video na to. This example is also in your module. So, isang example lang tayo and then pwede yung basahin yung isa pang example na nasa module nyo. We have here the total amount that Rose paid for 5 kilos of rice and 2 kilos of fish is less than 600. So, itagalog natin. Ang total, ano bang Tagalog sa total? Alam niyo na may ibig sabihin ng total. So, lahat ng binayaran ni Rose para sa 5 kilo ng bigas at 2 kilo na isda na binili niya ay mababa pa daw sa 600. Okay? Mababa pa sa 600. So, kung nagbayad siya ng 600, okay, meron pa siyang sukli. Okay? Pag sinasabing total amount, ito ay sum. So, ibig sabihin, mag-a-add tayo dyan. So, for letter A, we have here, what mathematical statement represents the total amount Rose paid? So, kailangan muna natin i-define yung variables na gagamitin natin dito. So, nakalagay, bumili siya ng 5 kilos of rice, pero hindi mentioned kung magkano ang kilo ng rice. So, pwede nating lagay, let R be the price per kilo of rice. Okay? So, kung 5 kilos yung binili niya, tapos yung presyo ng rice ay 40 at R is equal to 40, ayan, if R is 40, so i-multiply mo lang yan. So, 5R siya. Right? And then we have, bumili siya ng 2 kilos of fish. Hindi rin nilagay magkano yung presyo ng fish. So, we let F be the price per kilo ulit of fish. So, now we can write our inequality. That 5 kilos of fish, so that's 5 times R, 5 kilos times the price per kilo ng rice, plus, kasi total amount, plus 2 kilo ng isda at presyo per kilo ng isda, F, ayan, define na natin dito, this is how we define, ayan, define na natin siya, is less than 600. Okay, so we're done with letter A. Let's proceed to letter B. Okay, so isulat mo natin yung inequality kanina ha. 5R plus 2F is less than 600. Nakalagay dito, suppose a kilo of rice cost 35. Presyo per kilo 35. Ang mura, no? Okay, so that is our R. R is equal to 35. What could be the greatest cost of a kilo of fish to the nearest pesos? Okay, intindihin natin to ha. So, R daw is equal to 35 pesos. Ang tanong ngayon, ano kaya ang greatest cost of a kilo of fish? So, pinakamataas na possible na kilo ng isda na binili ni Rose. Such that dapat ma-meet ang ating inequality dito nakalagay na less than 600 ang binayaran niya. So, ito yung hinahanap natin, pero greatest nito. So, bakit importante to na ilalagay ko yung greatest? Kasi class, pwedeng ang kilo ng isda na binili niya ay tig 50 lang, tig 120 lang, right? Tig 200 ba? Kasi magle-less than 600 lahat yon, right? So, ang tanong natin, greatest. So, pinakamahal na klase ng isda na posible niyang mabili. Na dapat, ang total pa rin ng binayaran niya, less than 600. Okay, so atin ngayong substitute yan. So we have 5 times 35, ayan, plus 2F is less than 600. 5 times 35, that's 175. Plus 2F is less than 600. We are now going to apply addition property of equality. We are going to add the opposite of 175 to both sides of our inequality. So here we would get 2F is less than, ito ay 425. So ngayon, dahil a kilo lang naman, ito 2 kilos to 2F, 2 kilos. So hatiin natin yan. Kasi 1 kilo lang That would give us F is less than 425 divided by 2. Half of 425, that's 212.5. Now, sinabi dyan na less than 212.5. So, pagka nearest peso kasi, nearest peso. So, anong mababa sa 212.5? Di 212 pesos. Okay? So, yung greatest cost of a kilo of fish ay 212 pesos. Now, sabihin nyo, ma'am, bakit hindi 213? Kasi class, pag 213, pag itry natin substitute si 213 dyan. So, 5 times 35 plus 2 times 213 greater than, less than 600. Right? Dapat. Okay, yan ay magiging 426. Ito ay magiging 601. Ayan, 601 na siya. So, false. Kaya, ang greatest possible lang natin dyan, class, is 212. Kasi pag 212, maging 424 yan. So, this would be 599. So, see, 599 is still less than 600. So, bakit 599? Bakit hindi 599.5, 599.80? Nakalagay kasi dyan kanina na i-round off natin ito to the nearest pesos. Okay? So, and last question here. Suppose Rose paid more than, so binago naman this time, more than 600. So, from 5R plus 2F less than 600, ngayon gagawin namang more than 600. Tapos yung kilo of rice, ginawang 34. So, R is equal to 34 this time. Ang tanong naman, least amount she will pay for 2 kilos of fish. 2 kilos naman to the nearest pesos ulit. So, greater than 600. So, ibig sabihin, yung kilo ng isda, pwedeng 1,000, diba? Kasi greater than 600 binayaran niya Pero ang tanong, yung least amount. Napasok pa rin sa greater than 600. So, kung isipin nyo, what number is greater than 600, pero pinakamababa? Pinakamababa na number na greater than 600. So, it's 601. So, yun yung target natin. Dapat pag pinag-add, greater than 600, pero dun tayo sa least na possible, na greatest ng 600. So, 601. Okay, so yung target natin, pagka sa total. Okay, so 2 kilos of fish yan. So, atin na nga yung i-substitute. Yung 5 times 34 plus 2F greater than 600. Greater than na siya ngayon class ha, kanina less than. Bakit 35? 34, no? 34. So this would be 170, right? That's 20 to 50, 170 plus 2F is greater than 600. Apply tayo ulit ng addition property of equality. We add the opposite of 170 to both sides of our inequality. We get 2F is greater than 400. That's 430. So, hindi na natin siya i-times ng 1/2 kasi 2 kilos naman yung tanong. Ito 2 kilos na to. So, greater than 430, mag-add lang tayo ng piso. Okay? Hindi tayo mag-add ng 1,000 kasi least amount. So, we would have here 2 kilos of fish. 2 kilos of fish niya ay 431 pesos. So, try natin i-add. Yung 170, yun sa bigas na binayaran niya. Yung 431 sa 2 kilo ng isda. We have here 601. Ayan. So, that's it. Ayan, you can review this video kung medyo nabibilisan kayo. Medyo binilisan ko ng konti para hindi masyado mahaba oras. Matagal kasi ma-upload. Okay, so I hope you've learned something. Pwede kayong mag-post, balikan, post kayo kada letters. Ayan, para mas maintindihan nyo siya. So, that's all. And I hope you would study also on your own. Goodbye.